Hey guys, it's Jaden, and we're talking RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 12, Episode 6. It is finally time for the Snatch Game, and honestly, it's kind of a meh. But before we get into that, are you subscribed? You know, it's a quick little red button at the bottom. Would just like to see it. But anyway, back to the video. Today's episode really is interesting. Like, I enjoyed it. I had fun, but it was really meh. Maybe it's the fact of being stuck in the house and really not able to go out and see nobody else. That is really what's messing with me, because normally, not gonna lie, my video schedule, I would literally have just taken off a day and been like, let me go post this on Sunday. And that's just not happening this week. But I have no choice, because what else am I gonna do in the house? If y'all have any ideas of a show I should do next, because I was doing The Magicians, but that ended on Wednesday. Go check that video out somewhere up there. That would be really nice. Please leave it in the comments. We'd love to talk about it. Need a new show. So, today's episode, I'm just going to run it through, keeping it 100. That's just what's happening. No little things before we got into the Snatch Game. Britta's still talking that mess. Blah, 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 blah. I should have been Black China, basically. That's what she's doing. And it's just like, shut up at this point. It's not like Anita Bonita, Banana Fafana, Osama Bin Laden Brown type of way. It's one of those things like, Britta, why don't you go filter that mouth? Because I thought the Brita filter was supposed to give me clean water, and all you're giving me is some bullshit. So, nonetheless, Vanjie is back again, literally for her third season in a row, to let everyone know she's still doing good, and she fixed them teeth. Because them teeth are white. Like white. She was also there to tell the girls what they should not do. They really have that El DeBarge song on lock for Crystal, and that's just that on that. They told Heidi she should have been Phaedra. Honestly, not gonna lie, she would have been a great Phaedra. But Heidi said, I don't know her. And we kept it funky. She said, I'm still gonna do Leslie. I was like, all right, go off. For the Snatch Game, which, let's get into it real quick. Also, I'm gonna run this with the runway because it just makes this video so much easier to edit and shorter. And that's just what I really wanted today. I wanna go home, you know what I mean. I wanna do something else. So, I wanna get out of this chair. That would be nice. So category is Frozen Eleganza. And our first up is Heidi. But her Snatch Game, she was Leslie Jones. And here's the thing. Was her Leslie Jones good? It wasn't bad. But it was like, okay. She was kind of funny. She was there. You know what? Heidi was giving her all in that challenge. You know what? And that's all we really need, is someone who's really trying. Not people giving up. In terms of her look, I like this look a lot. This babushka looking thing going on her head, the leg warmer, more like ankle warmers. The shoe, I can tell from right here, is looking nice. I just like this. I think it's giving her a great silhouette. It's very, I'm in the freezing cold, and you know what, I just want to look good to go to the grocery store real quick and pick up a couple of things. Her hair, it looks good. Her lip looks good, her eye makeup looks good. She really needs to figure out that highlight situation, but you know what, other than that, she's doing great, and I know she's figured it out, and we're gonna talk about that later, but I know she's figured it out, but at this point in time, she's not there. It's okay. Our next up is Miss Jacqueline Cox, as what? Lisa Rinna. And I have not watched Real Housewives of Orange County a day in my life, but she was so funny. She had the cardigan, she had the vitamins, she had the underwear, she had the wine. I mean, she was playing the game. And I think this is for the first time I've recognized Miss Jackie Cox as being a true competitor for the crown. I mean, she was really giving us all these period pieces from before, and I was not a fan of that, but what she's doing now, and I'm realizing even from last week, like, she's doing so good. She was so funny. Hilarious. Top two to me. Top two. Like, so funny. I just couldn't believe it. She was giving the jokes. In terms of her look, I'll be honest, what she's wearing looks like something that somebody on Project Runway would come up with on the Unconventional Materials Challenge. It just looks weird. They look like blinds, and I get what she was going for, trying to be the snow pedal, but I'm just not here for it. I like seeing her in blonde, but I understand why she doesn't wear blonde. I think this is really different than what she is normally really pulling. It's not that I don't think it's like very like, I don't want to say like unpolished. It's just Jackie kind of holds herself, or so far from what we've seen, to a certain standard across the board. And this just wasn't entirely there. Does she look good? Yes. That's what's going to happen. That's just what she's going to give you. But was it really at the standard in which I was thinking that Jackie Cox has really been pulling out and stunning the entire season? No. That's just the truth. But it's an okay look. She looks good. Jada Essence Hall is serving us today some Cardi B, and I'm going to be honest, it was not good. It was middle of the pack, period. That's what it was. This was, I thought I was going to win, but I already know I'm not that funny, so I'm just going to do something, keep a couple mannerisms on deck, and keep it funky and keep on going. Because that was boring. It wasn't really very Cardi B. It was a good try, but it wasn't Cardi B to me. It really wasn't funny. I think she was at least playing with Bruce. That was good. She was playing the game. In terms of her look for the situation, on the challenge, on the runway, I like this. It's giving me like minuscule showgirl in winter. And I'm loving it. It's very Vegas to me for some reason. I think it's probably because of the silhouette and overall how the garment is like fitting her. Does she have that thing connected to her leg? I don't know if that was connected to her leg, but it looked like she was stepping on it every time she was on the runway, on her right leg. I think she looks good. She's serving body Adi. I mean, she brings it to you every week at this time. Like, I have nothing bad really to say about her looks. This is a really good dress. She's a woman, period. I like the headpiece. I like the lip. I like the nose contour. It's looking very, very snatched today. The hair, I actually think, is my favorite part about this outfit. It's just so out there for Jada, so I'm just loving what she's really bringing to us, giving us this really wonderful storm, goodness. Next up, Jan, who was playing today in the Snatch Game, Bernadette Peters. And let's be honest, I've said this before and I'll say it again, Jan came here to win the competition. She had so many things planned out. However, everyone else did too, and that is literally, I think, the storyline across Snatch Game or Drag Race for Jan, period. Because was she really bad? No. Was she like great? No. She was like, she had her jokes planned out. She had things done. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that weren't aired because other people were just that good. And yeah, that's just what happened with Bernadette Peters. I mean, she looked good, but she was kind of funny when she first came out the gate, but she just didn't execute to really take that to the next level. In terms of her look for the evening, she was really serving us White Walker realness, and I'm here for this. I like the look. Jan will serve you a look. Don't get her twisted. She'll serve you a look. She just needs to win a challenge. You know what? Yeah, I'm here for everything. I'm here for the boot. I'm here for the makeup. I love when a girl does makeup in a different, like, off-color, like, non-skin color. I think that's truly, like, shows your makeup skills, because a lot of girls get really complacent with what they're doing, but if you're able to really execute it on something completely different, off the wall and different than what you normally do, then that's just saying something. So I'm really pointing out that Miss Jan is talented, giving us a good story. I'm loving the whole thing. I like what she's doing here. She's giving us White Walker but making it fashion, and I'm here for Miss Jan. Widow Von Du is Tina Turner, and I'm gonna be honest, no, it was not good at all. It was just so boring. She wasn't hitting the jokes. The funniest thing was about that cake. You want some cake? I'm about to make me a cake. It was so, like, you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't cringy, but it was just like, you know. In terms of her look for this evening, she was serving us very Kate Winslet thrown off the boat. I can't hold it up so Jack can get on type of tease, and I'm gonna be honest, it's okay. It's not exactly what I was expecting in terms of the category, but she walked and she didn't win, so it says what it has to do. She met the circumstances. I get what she was trying to do. She was really trying to do something very campy, and for me, it's a no, because I just think like if you're gonna go this level of camp and you're gonna bring us this wet, frozen version of her, then there's a couple of things, little details you could have done to accentuate those situations that you're supposed to be portraying. And I think this was a very safe outfit. I get what was happening. I think that was cool, and I think the idea was there. I just don't think this was like as executed as well as it could have been. But she said this is the first time she ever done a period piece, and you know what? Other than that, she looks good though. For the challenge though, you know, it's more of a meh type of situation, but I get what she's going for, and I'm still rooting for Miss Widow Von Du. Good morning, Miss Good. Hello, Gigi. How are you doing this evening? Well, I'm winning the challenge because Miss Gigi Good as Maria the Robot was killing it. I don't know why in the walkthrough they were like, well, I don't know if you should do that. Basically, they were trying to like push her away from that, and we don't really know who that is. No, I knew once she said that, it's like, oh, she's gonna win, because that's gonna be funny. Gigi's a quirky, funny person. She is so quirky and so funny. And I think that if you haven't gotten that by this point, like, what show are you watching? Gigi's so funny, she's so talented, and that was like so funny to me. I don't know why, but that's also like my type of humor, like very like opposite personality and everything like that. I don't know. I loved everything that Gigi was doing today on the runway and in Snatch Game. But let's talk about that runway real quick. She was very ice cream girl with Jack Frost nipping at her nose, and Miss Gigi, serve. A blue hair, a pink nose. I mean, like, she has some long legs. I'm realizing this, but she's serving you a prop. I'm gonna serve you an ice cream cone, little girl type situation, and I think she looks good. She looks very there. Yeah. What I want from Gigi, I guess, in terms of looks, and this is something that I just can't remember last time seeing it. There's been so many looks, and I'm not going back. I want to see a longer look going forward or something like that. She really flourishes in this whole miniskirt vibe, and I'm realizing a lot of her silhouettes are kind of all the same. But, you know, it all fits her, so I don't really care, and they're all uniquely different at the same time. Very Bianca Del Rio type of gig for me, if I do say so myself. This is what it's giving me. Like, she just looks good, period. That's just what's happening here, you know? I don't know. I have nothing bad to say. I could talk about Aiden Zane, and she was Patricia Quinn in the gig, and you know I'm gonna say it? She wasn't there. She wasn't good. I don't think Aiden failed this challenge because she was by herself or anything like that. I think she failed the challenge because she was so set on this one person, and she had an idea what Snatch Game was really supposed to be, and she thought that she could kind of just pass on by, and this just wasn't it this week. She should have done someone else. She should also learn her references or learn something or found a way to make her funny. It just really wasn't funny. It was very batty old lady, and she deserved to be in the bottom. That was just the truth. In terms of this look, it reminds me of like a James Mansfield with like the fur and the long gown situation going on. I think Aiden looks really good in this outfit. I think that for Aiden though, I'm realizing like she actually has taste. And that's not a read, that's not a backhanded compliment either. It's really one of those things of like, she really knows what she's doing in terms of her looks. Sometimes they're overly executed and sometimes they're just not. And this is one of those times when it's like, I think it's perfectly fine, but in terms of like, could she have gone a little bit further for this? Because Michelle said she was bored. I think she could have went a little bit further. I like and I get why she did like the abominable snowman on her hair as like a fascinator, and then like the teeth as like the necklace. And I think this could have been like done up a little bit more. Maybe like incorporating like a hood type situation. Maybe going with a white hair. I mean, she owns how many black wigs? I mean, how many white hairs? How many white wigs do you own? I mean, I'm just thinking like you probably own a couple. I think this would have been better with like a white wig or something like that. Or even like to look like it's more of like a fur coat. She needed something. She needed like an accessory or something on this. But I think overall, I think this was really good. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm realizing I get her style more. And I think her makeup was well done this episode. Like, I get it. I get what she's going for. Britta as Jennifer Holiday, and I have nothing to say because it was just. What are you doing? Her look this week is something gorgeous because this iridescent situation, I mean, Britta may have horrible commentary in terms of her confessionals. And she may have the nastiest things to say and also love to point fingers at other people and how they're doing in the competition. But you know what? The bitch can look good on the runway. She can serve a look because she looks so good. I don't think there's been a Britta look on the runway that I haven't liked. I think there's probably one, but it's so weird that she doesn't hit. Like, she hits strong with her looks. I like this dress. I think it's done really well. I like that. See, this is what Aiden needed. Aiden needed that shawl, boba looking thing, whatever the heck it's called. That's what Aiden needed, or like a jacket or something. But she did that. She got the hair on point. The makeup is there. I mean, like, I just like this whole situation in terms of her look. Point blank, period. Britta did that. Good for her. Crystal Method. Crystal as Papi. Okay, so I know who Papi is. Very, very, very vaguely. Like, I've heard her name before. I've seen something. Like, it's one of those things of, if you're gonna play a weird character, you need to zhuzh it up. I get it. She was playing more straightforward to Papi being Papi, and she thought like that would really be funny. But here's the thing. I don't know Bjork's personality, and Katya played Bjork and zhuzhed it up in her own special way, and that was funny. Katya obviously zhuzhed it up. I mean, she could have zhuzhed up Papi just a little bit. Yeah, Miss Crystal Method just didn't do well in this challenge. That was just bad. But she made up for it with her look because she looked great. I think she was easily one of the best in the runway. Top three. I think, honestly, even better than Gigi in terms of the look this week because it's so out of the box, so different to me because I love to see a girl, like I said, paint her face in a different color and then work off of that. I love the hair. I love the whole jacket situation, ensemble. Like, she looks good. She looks expensive. She looks icy. Period. That's just what's happening with Miss Crystal, and that look was good. That's just all you gotta say. She was bringing it to you every week, and she gave you this ice look, and it was great. Now, the winner of the challenge, as I said, was Gigi, and we're happy with that. The bottoms were Britta, Crystal, and Aiden, with Aiden and Britta lip-syncing Let It Go, which I found so funny and so ironic that the two of them would be singing Let It Go, the Broadway edition. Like, so funny. Aiden didn't bring it in terms of lip sync, and Miss Britta had to, and we have to say goodbye to Miss Aiden Zane this week, and Britta is still here again for another week. More confessionals, probably still talking about from 2 weeks ago. I shouldn't have been the bottom. Not gonna go there. Gigi said something about Heidi's makeup, and then Heidi really took it to heart. I don't think Gigi meant to say it as like coming for her, because I don't think that's how it was supposed to be, but I think like that's how Heidi received it. They're still talking about how she shouldn't have been the bottom and Aiden shouldn't have been the bottom, and honestly, I'm over it at this point, period, point blank, moving on. I am so proud of my girls this week. Everyone I'm rooting for. Like I said last week, I'm rooting for everybody black and Gigi Good, but I'm adding someone to that list, and it's Jackie Cox, because I truly think she's a contender now. Like a true contender. I can see her top 6, top 5 at this point. I don't know why I didn't see it before, but I truly can see it now. Like, that's just pretty much it. I don't really see any issues. Next week is the Madonna Rusical. I have no opinions. I'm still waiting on that Rihanna runway. That is a runway that I think will be great. Just waiting on it. I don't think we're gonna get it this season. Night of 1,000 Rihannas. Oh, what a runway. What a look. Tell me your feelings. I really want to know, how do you feel about today's episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Who you thought was funny? Leave me a comment. I really want to talk about it. I have nothing else to do. I mean, what do y'all got to do? Y'all can't go out either, so, you know, at this point. Follow me, my socials are below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's today's episode. I'm gonna go so I can edit this, so I can go do something else and get out of this chair. I want to leave this chair and go to that room. Bye.